Hey, we're the All-American Rejects.
And these are our Marquee memories. $1999. I was 19. Dillinger Four was one of my favorite bands, and they were actually coming to our town to play at the tiny little record store in town. I had to lie. Sorry, Mom. I would stay the night at friends' houses, which was true, but then we would drive to these really awful parts of town that I probably shouldn't have been in at such a young age. There was maybe 30 people there, and we were all very excited. We're all waiting, and they didn't show up. And we're like, super bummed. We're thinking this isn't gonna happen. And then at the last second they pull in and they're like, sorry, we're running late. And then Dillinger Four played and everyone knew every word to these songs and we're arm in arm screaming them. And and they're just playing on the floor in this record store. And it was just one of these moments that, I don't know, you don't get often in life because there's not many shows I can think of that have come even close to that for me.
I grew up in a small town. We didn't get a lot of shows, so whenever big concerts would come through Oklahoma, we'd have to drive to the city, as we called it. The Myriad, I saw a lot of shows there, but probably one of the most memorable ones was Metallica on the Load Tour. It would have been my first time to see Metallica. At this time, I was probably like 13 or 14. Metallica was just one of those seminal bands for me. One of the first CDs I bought was the Black Album. And what made this so memorable is it was a huge production. Kirk Hammett had like wah pedal stations like all over the stage. It took up the entire floor. Near the end of the show, the entire stage starts collapsing. Something, stuff catches on fire, guys start falling from the rafters. We thought like, oh my God, something has gone severely wrong. And then they come back, just all set up really tight in a circle, and this like little work light comes down. And I was like, oh my God, we're getting something so special here in Oklahoma City at the Myriad. A few months later, MTV News does a segment on this tour, and they show the part of the show where the stage collapses and shit catches on fire. And I was like, they did that every fucking night, didn't they? On tour, sometimes you have the opportunity to cross paths with other bands that happen to be in the same city where you have a night off. It would have been like late 2000s. I don't even remember where in Amsterdam it was, but Tom Petty was in town. It was like a theater or just a large club, just a few thousand people maybe.
I definitely had some takeaways from watching his show in that how not a show it was. It seemed like there was no set list and they were just taking their time between songs, figuring out what the next song was gonna be, and it's dead air, just talking to each other. And it's like, that was cool. It was really cool to see someone not care about that part of it, and just be like, I'm just a dude up here playing.
I mean, especially now that he's not with us anymore. Like that's something we'll never forget. Thanks for listening to our Marquee Memories.
And come see us on tour and make some Marquee memories of your own.